It really is incredibly unprecedented to look at the globalization of the supply chain and how much more is coming in from outside the US versus within the US. We see a lot of volume coming in from Asian countries like Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, China, but significant amounts coming in from Europe and South America, Mexico being one of the largest suppliers to the US market. So you've got all the dynamics that are taking place with the supply chain that create its own challenges, especially when you look at suppliers that aren't necessarily familiar with the US standards and they have to adapt to it and they need to figure out how to adapt technology that's commonplace. For example, bolt-on reactive type tab changers is one example that becomes something that they haven't worked with in the past. So the ability to ensure that suppliers around the globe are also able to meet the requirements of local customers has been a tremendous challenge as we've seen that growth. I think the other thing you brought up, Lance, on data centers, every time you see a forecast from IEA, the growth numbers for data centers goes up like 50%. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but the fact is, every time we see a forecast, the forecast changes and it always changes upwards. So, as we look forward, if that continues to head down that path, as suppliers of both transformers, and then you look at us as a supplier of tap changers, we also have to be able to grow to meet that demand because it is a significant driver for the amount of volume of product going into different substations around the country.